that the new iPhones have been released, it would be a good time to get a second-hand iPhone in case you are interested, because prices usually fall for second-hand phones right after new phones have been released, and there will be also a large amount of choice on the market in case you are interested in a second-hand iPhone, as people tend to switch to the newer iPhones when they first have been released. But there are some things that you need to take care when you want to purchase a second-hand iPhone, and you also need to prepare to bring some items that you will need to test the functionality of the iPhone that you want to buy. So first of all, you must know which type of iPhone that you want to get, as older iPhones, some of them won't be able to install the latest iOS operating system. So in case you want to use the new iOS 13, the minimum requirement for that version is the iPhone 5 SE or the iPhone 6s. But remember that those phones probably only will be supported for 1 year. So when iOS 14 will be released, the iPhone SE and the 6s won't be able to install it. So a better choice would either be iPhone 7 or iPhone 8 in case you want to buy second hand. First things, you need to bring several items with you, such as a paper clip or a SIM tray removal pin like this one, the one you get included in most phones, as well as a Bluetooth portable speaker or Bluetooth earphones. In this case, I'll just use these Bluetooth speakers, but you also can use any Bluetooth earphones if you have. And also you might want to bring normal cable wired earphones, such as these if the iPhone still has a headphone jack, or the lightning earphones, which are usually included with iPhones. You also want to bring a lightning cable, and if you have also either the power brick or a portable power bank to test the charging capability of the iPhone that you want to purchase. And you also probably want to bring another phone which can act as a personal hotspot in case there's no Wi-Fi at the place where you want to test the second-hand phone. So once you have the second-hand phone in your hands, first you need to make sure that you know the passcode for the phone in case there is one. After you enter the passcode of the phone from the seller, you should check that Find My iPhone is turned off. So for that you go to settings, and then you go to the Apple ID, and then tap on iCloud and scroll down to Find My iPhone and make sure that that is off. And in case it's on, you need to ask the seller to enter the previous Apple ID owner's password to switch it off. After that, you also need to make sure that the previous owner logged out of their Apple ID iCloud. So make sure you click on the Apple ID and sign out, and make the seller enter the password to sign out of the Apple ID. Then you can check if the memory size is actually the size that they advertise by going to settings, then general, then iPhone storage. Then you also can check the serial number by going to settings and about, and the serial number should match the serial number on the box. And you also should take the iPhone out of the case in case there is a case on, so you also can inspect the back of the iPhone to make sure that the physical condition of the phone is as described. And then you also should take out the SIM card. Then you also can check the serial number of the phone on the SIM card usually. As you can see, this SIM tray doesn't have a serial number. It means this is an aftermarket SIM tray and not the original which was included with the phone. So that might give you also a haggling argument to reduce the price. Also, usually on some iPhones you are able to see inside the SIM tray where there's supposed to be a sticker which says if it's white it has never been dropped in water, and if it's red it means that moisture has entered the phone. So that will also give you a bargaining chip. Then if you want you can check the serial number of the phone on the Apple website. Like that you know if it's a original Apple which has been purchased and verified by Apple. And for that you just copy the serial number from the settings under general and about, and then you go to the website called checkcoverage.apple.com. Then you will be able to enter the serial number on the Apple website, and if it returns correct information it means that the iPhone has been purchased in the store. But if it comes up with a message that says this iPhone has been replaced, it means it's probably an iPhone put together by different parts which probably aren't original. So keep that in mind. Then when you inserted your own SIM into the phone, you can check if the phone get any signal and if the phone can be activated with your SIM card. Then you also can check the Wi-Fi connection. If you have a Wi-Fi at the meeting place, open the Wi-Fi under settings, then VLAN, and connect to any free Wi-Fi. If there's no free Wi-Fi, just connect to your personal hotspot of your phone or your friend's phone who joined you to test the internet connection and the Wi-Fi. Now you also can test the Bluetooth by connecting to a Bluetooth speaker or Bluetooth phone. So in this case I'm connecting to a Bluetooth speaker and to test the connection and make sure that the speaker is in discovery mode so it can be found by the iPhone. And then if that works you also can test the speaker capabilities of the internal speakers by going to YouTube and playing any video. And once you tested that you can test the plugged in wired earphones either with the lightning or with the earphones that you bring using the headphone jack. Then you can open the voice memos application to test the internal microphone. On this phone the voice memos is not yet installed, so you might want to download the voice memos to test the microphone. Then you can open the camera app to test if the camera is working properly by taking several pictures with the front camera and the back camera, and you also can test the video function by recording short video and then playing back the result with the sound. And you also can test the flashlight of the camera by forcing it to turn on when you make a photo. And you also can test the volume buttons on the side, if they go up and down, and also the mute button to make sure that it works properly, and also the power on and off button to make sure that it works. Also the home button, make sure that that works, and if it has Touch ID, you also can test the Touch ID by entering your own thumbprints by going to settings, then Touch ID and passcode. And if the phone has Face ID, you also should test the Face ID capabilities under settings and Face ID. And after checking the exterior of any scratches and bumps, you also can check the battery life of the phone by going to settings and then battery. And if the phone is newer than the iPhone 6, there will be a percentage at how much lifetime the battery still has. So if it's above 80%, the battery is still good. But if the battery is below 80%, you might have to consider to replace the battery in the near future.
This is the example of the battery health.
This is an example of the battery health that you can see under settings and battery, but this is only available in the iPhone 6 or newer. And finally, you also can connect the iPhone with the lightning cable that you brought and connect it to a power bank to test the charging capabilities of the phone. And if the battery is charging like normal, it should be alright. And if you want, there's also a mobile application in the App Store called TestM, which is an application which you can use to test the phone itself, such as the screen, the sound, the Wi-Fi, and the camera. And it will also, after testing all of these data, it will make a report on which items worked and which sensors didn't work. And it's a free app on the App Store. I will put the link in the description below.